Hello and welcome back to Dee's Review channel. And today, what do we have? Well, if you see probably from the headline, we are going to have a look at some fish fingers. Oh yeah, exciting stuff it is. But it is important. And why is it important? I'll tell you that in a moment. So let's start the review. Okay, might as well have a sit down. I'm going to show you some fish fingers. Well, I'm going to show you the box. Okay, are we ready? I got these from Sainsbury's. They are Stamford Street, so technically they're unbranded fish fingers. 10 fish fingers. They say they're cod. Well, they would have to be. We turn over and we can grill them, which is virtually what I'm doing because I'm putting them in the oven and that's a bit of a grill. I doubt they'll take 12 minutes to do. They might take 10. And there's putting them in the pan. Of course, you can't put these in the microwave because you will get no colour in them. And they probably wouldn't turn out all that well. Storing, which is the same as always. We have the nutrition. Well, I am going to eat all 8 of them. Just kidding. I'm going to eat all 10 of them. So, yep. Don't know why they didn't just include one that said the whole box. Well, there's the ingredients. 58% fish. If you check on most fish finger, they come in around 58-60% because you have the butter, which takes up some of the percentage depending on how thick it is. So as you see, there isn't too much additives. The paprika is to give colour, and a number of fish and chip shops do include that in the mix of the batter when they're making it. So these are 250 grams for these Stamford Street fish fingers. So, what's the matter with it? Why am I going to review these fish fingers and not the Iceland ones? Well, as we know, the Iceland fish fingers are £1 for 10. And we're going to show you what these fish fingers look like. I've got them on the tray to go into the oven. I have sprayed them with a little bit of spray oil, so not a lot. So have a close look at these. A very nice coating. And I have them in lines except for the Sergeant Major over there. But there is 10 of them. These are defrosted, so that's the thickness. There's not much difference between most thickness of fish fingers. So how am I going to have these? I have some brown bread, which I will lightly butter and put on the plate. Then I will put the fish fingers on top of them in lines, and then I will eat them. Well, but the big difference comes is that let's get these in the oven. So in we go. Close the door. I've set to 10 minutes. My oven is set to about 210. Now, they're not thick, so therefore they do not require a large amount of cooking to get from the outer to the inner. Also, not being frozen means that they do not need an excessive amount of time to melt the ice and the solidness of all the water within it and get rid of it. So therefore it is a straight cook job. it's always better to take the food out of freezer and let it defrost, even though many companies tell you to cook from frozen. This is because they expect people to want to cook whatever it is straight away, and if they say it's better to do it defrosted, most people won't have remembered to take it out the freezer. So this is why Iceland pound range is not good value for a number of items. These are 80 pence, 20 pence cheaper than the Iceland fish fingers, which are, I would say, exactly the same. So why pay more when you can get them cheaper? And I'm not just picking that Sainsbury's is the shop to go to get these. Morrison's, Tesco's, Asda, they all have what you would say a cheap version of fish fingers, which is exactly what Iceland's is. They are a cheap version of fish fingers. So that can go into the recycle box, and we will wait for them to finish cooking. Then we'll have a look at them and see what they are like, and you can see inside and see how the fish is. Now remember, they are 80 pence. These are 8 pence each. If you're doing these for kids, it doesn't make a heap of a difference whether you buy expensive ones or cheap ones. Tell them they're fish fingers and they will eat them. You could, of course, if you want to make a meal and you're splitting these up, then you could half them, and that would be a 40 pence portion. Then you could do some chips and have fish fingers and chips. You could have some beans and some chips and still come in under £1, which is always a good benefit. So yeah, I am just going to have them as they come because I'm eating all 10 of them. So that with bread, that's quite filling. I don't really need anything more. So that is how I'm going to have them. Plus, I probably can't be bothered to cook any chips, which I could do if I wanted. So we have to wait now for it to cook, and I will be back once it's done and we'll see how they are. Okay, so we've cooked it and we have it on the plate. I have it on my bread in nice, neat little lines. So let's have a look. 2 lines. Attention. Now at the minute I haven't put any sauce on, which I will probably put some tomato sauce on. But I want you to see these before I do anything. So as you see, all of the batter, the bread coating has stayed on. So I need 2 hands for this. Very hard to cut bread with only one. Right, so let's see if we can see this. Of course, you're not going to get a lot of fish. It's not going to be filled to the brim with fish. But overall, as we take it, the fish and the batter are both mostly dry. So sauce, maybe a little bit of vinegar to add some flavour. But as you take it, they're only 80 pence. You're not going to get top quality fish for 80 pence. Not at 250 grams, and taking that 58% of it is fish. That would be 58 times 2.5, which is 116 plus 25, 26, 29, 256, 118 plus 29. Yeah, you're still getting over about 140 grams of fish, give or take. My brain not working at the minute, so I need some sauce. Let's spice it up a bit. I'm going to put some pickle and I'm going to eat these up for 80 pence. There's nothing wrong with them. If you're doing it for your kids, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. If you include some baked beans or something with a sauce, then and they then have the fish, then it won't be dry. But most of it is because we have the batter, we have the fish, and there's no liquid or sauce within it, and so therefore we're going to add something. So with that, 80 pence. Why pay £1 in Iceland for their box of 10 when you can pay 80 pence for a box of 10? That's how you save money. No difference. Probably even came from the same company. So with that, thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.